Greetings, YouTube. A friend of mine sent me an image the other day via email. It's a capture of a tweet, so I actually don't have um, a link for this particular item. I just have this image I'm going to be referring to here, and I've labeled it. I've named it "The Other Girl." If you're promoting changes to women's behavior to prevent rape, you're really just saying make sure he rapes the other girl. And someone else following comment says, I've never thought about it like this in this context. That actually is really, really creepy. Yeah, basically. I once pointed this out to my mother and she just stared at me in stunned silence for ages. There will always be a girl who is less sober, less secure, with less friends, walking in a dark part of town. I want her safe just as much as I want me safe. And we should all want that. So when we give suggestions how a woman should dress, or where she should go, or how many companions she should have, what she should carry for self-defense, how she should be trained in combat techniques, all of these things, you're just saying, well, if you do some of this or all of this, the rapist will just target someone else that's less prepared than you. Is that what we want? Do we want to actually foster an environment that just herds the rapist towards the most vulnerable? Is that the goal we have? Well, I've got a better goal in mind. And this goal is that we dismantle toxic masculinity and the patriarchy that created it. We dismantle the idea that men have to pursue women for sex, as opposed to people approaching each other in the hopes of finding connections and wanting to enjoy sex with each other. We have to dismantle the idea that people have to be inebriated to have conversations, or they have to use some other kind of chemical before they can let down their hair and just engage in conversation. We have to make sure that instead of telling women what they should and shouldn't do, we should be making sure the environment is safe for everyone. That's a tall order. I make no bones about that. I'm aware that dismantling toxic masculinity and the patriarchy that created it is a vast undertaking. But guess what? It can be done. A mountain can be worn away one raindrop at a time. And if that's what it takes, one raindrop at a time, then we should do it. Because, each of us does our small part. Each of us is that raindrop. We can eventually eliminate toxic masculinity and the patriarchy, which hurts men as well as hurting women. Because I would rather each of us be that raindrop than someone else's tear.